13-2, 4-0 in the conference, as you know. Best start at Bradley in 37 years.
Indiana State caught us on a good, very, very good night. That's what it takes to win. When you're not playing your best, you got to find ways to win, and we were able to do that today.
From Lee's Family Forum in Henderson, Nevada. How about that ball movement? Oh, nice ball fake. Tilly goes up, off glass for 2. Now Lee, shot clock winding down. Stewart for 3. Valiant effort by Bradley, and the Braves drop to now 8-2.
Kind of like an NBC game, you know, not super high scoring. I think it, ended in the 60s. To come up after a loss and try and bounce back is definitely valuable, especially in league play.
Conference play is over. League play resumes today.
Once it gets to league play, you got to bring your A game every night.
Headed into overtime in Peoria. 63-63 is the score. And he gets the Braves on the board first. Darius Hannah here for Valpo. They're going to shoot one because it's a good look. And Schmidt buries one to get Valpo within 2. He gets space. Blocked by Hannah.
They got a foul on the weak side.
Oh my goodness.
We're going to double overtime.
I think luckily we have the kind of group that, embraces those kind of moments. Putting 5 minutes back up on the clock is just, an opportunity to play some more basketball and just to keep doing the things that you can do.
When we hit overtime, you just know it's go time.
Gets his own rebound and gets the putback. Teal cuts the corner again. That one almost stolen. It is by Anderson.
I feel very confident in my seniors, very confident in late game situations with my staff and my players that we can execute.
Duke spinning around, laying good with 4 remaining. No, and the Braves have escaped with the victory, 90-89. Incredible.
Just really trying to be resilient, and the biggest thing is just kind of getting back on the horse and figuring it out from there.
The oldest rivals in the Missouri Valley Conference square off yet again.
Drake has won over the last, 7-8 years. I mean, we've had a lot of battles with them.
And again, thinking 3. This is Bradley's game. Darius Hannah has hit a couple. Ben McConnell wants a timeout for Drake. A response.
They're going to play low possession. They're going to slow the game down. They're going to grind you out on both ends of the ball. And you got to be able to execute and handle that.
It's a long season, man. I mean, you're going to have those times. It's just what happens after. You can either let it continue or you can do something to stop it.
Deen with it. Deen for the lead. The Braves
on top.
When you can win a game like that, sometimes that can ignite your team, wake them up after a win. You know, sometimes you got to wake up even after a win. You learn from wins, you learn from losses, and I thought, you know, we did learn some things.
That game against Indiana State was fun at home. I felt like we was locked in, shots were going in. I think it was just a testament of the defense. Honestly, I didn't know we were going to shoot the ball like that. I ain't gonna lie. But we do have a team full of shooters, and it was just one of those nights.
You know, being able to go win in both of those places where, you know, we've lost before was big for us and important for us, and I think, you know, that kind of thing gave us a lot of confidence.
Those wins were big wins on the road because those teams were very good teams at home, and they're very good teams, period.
Another edition of the I-74 rivalry.
Bradley sits in first place in the Valley. ISU is 7th, but that doesn't always matter when these teams square off.
It's always been a lot of fun, that game, because I think it's their biggest crowd when we come into town, and we always get a big crowd when they come into town. And when you get together like that, you have your old fans, you have your old supporters that are, you know, really look forward to that game and get into it.
Went to school in the 80s, went to games at Horton Fieldhouse, Robertson Memorial Fieldhouse. This still means as much today as it did when I was a kid back in the 80s.
Having come here and sort of like embracing that rivalry always makes those games a lot of fun and super exciting.
I've watched Bradley since I was a kid, since 2006 when they made the Sweet 16. And seeing them kind of develop over the years has been really fun.
I'm looking forward to watching the younger guys take on the Redbirds.
It's always a good game. They play us, you know, they play extremely hard, high effort. You got to be ready to play in that game or you're going to take an L. So it's always a challenge, and we look forward to it.
It takes our focus, our intensity, our competitive spirit together for 40 minutes. You got that, man? Let's go.
Hey, business tonight. Clock in, work early, and clock out. Attack on 3, 1, 2, 3.
We're going to give each other, you know, our best game. It's right down the road, and so when we play them at home, you see a lot of red in the stands that isn't Bradley red, and vice versa, you know what I mean? And so that makes it special. We want to win for the community.
You can't really prepare for that, you know. You can't prepare for the energy that you're going to face out there, so that's one thing I took away from it.
That was a throwback, old school, back in the 90s, banging down in the post.
I ain't want no quarterback down there. I would take it. I'm cool. Metal got us.
Well, you got to be ready for the physicality in the hands. That's what you have to talk to them about, show them, and then do it in practice.
With 5 seconds left on the shot clock, the turnaround, and that is smooth. Along the baseline, shot clock down to 3. They're going to call Walker for travel. Deen for 3. This is what they do. Hannah, spin, and goes up with the left hand. It's been a frenetic in the first half, but Brian Wardle's club on top, 28-26.
transition 3 to put us up 7?
Yes, I actually do. I remember that play. I watched it back a couple times now.
And they win it 61-57 in the Ward to 74. And they improved to 9-1, Tim, in the MVC.
The atmosphere that we had for that game at home this year was electric. Playoff, you know, Arch Madness basketball, almost just the kind of atmosphere that was.
But that's a great win, a good rivalry. It's always a toss-up when you play them. We found ways to win. So big minutes by everyone. Great job. Here we go. Good job, boys.
Hey, what you got, Al?
Defense! To you inside Carver Arena here in downtown Peoria. It's time for Valley basketball, and tonight, intrastate matchup for you. It's the Bradley Braves hosting the UIC Flames.
The forefront of your guys' mind has got to be UIC blowing that late lead. They're going to come out really, really motivated.
Shovels back to Deen, who launches from deep and connects. Duke Deen. Good find underneath, and Hannah throws it down. Mason in the lane, kicks it in the corner. Jackson knocks down another three. And Thomas had to go off his knee.
I mean, we come out and play like this, anybody can be us.
Their guards dominated ours and dominated the game.
You can't take no game for granted. You gotta play every game like it's our last.
Tonight, we lost because of our defense. I'm just disappointed in myself, number one, for not having them ready to go.
1 month from today, the Missouri Valley Conference regular season comes to an end. A lot's going to happen between now and then. Two teams right in the thick of the race meeting today inside McLeod Center in Cedar Falls, Iowa. The Bradley Braves and the Panthers of Northern Iowa. And Northern Iowa controls the opening tip. As Johnson, the freshman, gets in and scores. Bradley playing with the lead for the first time. Henderson, they keep going inside to him. Appleson has it taken away by Schweik. Turnovers have been a problem for Bradley. There's another steal. An otherwise disappointing game for the Bradley Braves as they lose for the first time on the road in the Valley this season.
Yeah, I always say 95% of teams go through a slump at some point in the season and go through some struggles. This is our first time really all year where we've put back-to-back bad performances together, and we got to respond out of this now.
Welcome to downtown Peoria. It's game 2 of our Valley doubleheader tonight from Carver Arena. The Bradley Braves get set to take on the Belmont Bruins. 2-game losing streaks heading into their second meeting of the season.
Deen spots up for another three.
Here, backs up for a three. That is the 5th three.
Yonovich brings down the house. You better find number 1.
Montgomery for the lead. Rebound. No! And it rolls overtime.
You know, we have some soul searching to do in that locker room now. Now we got to look ourselves in the mirror. Running out of ideas right now, but it's 3 games. We got a lot of games left. I know that's repetitive, but it's true.
Keep getting better every day.
Tackle 3, 1, 2, 3. Attack! College basketball on CBS Sports Network in Evansville, Indiana. Kick to Davis. Got it. Deen on high. Got it. To take it away. Christian Davis. The biggest advantage of the game is on the board.
They responded big time. That first half was one of our better halves we've played in a while.
Montgomery, Deen wide open. Basketball from Duke Deen. Stepping back. Switch. Johnson to Hannah. Rosado has to play soft with 4 fouls, and Hannah explodes. He would be fouled out. Terrible. Disrupted by Thomas. Floats it up and in. He was shocked. Nobody collapsed. Timeout Evansville. From down 21, it's a 10-2 run to make it a 6-point game. Deen, Davis, extra pass. Hannah! Oh, that was beautiful. Out of both. Deen with an outstanding game. He's got 16 to lead the squad, 5 boards, 4 dimes. They roll entry, Comer. 3 seconds, puts it up. The losing streak is over at 3, and Bradley remains in second place.
Great job, great job. Let me tell you one thing about basketball, and we as coaches know it's probably the most humbling sport you can play. Have we learned our lesson? Yes. You guys got that. Stay humble and hungry. So we got to get back to work on Monday and get better. Yes. You guys understand that? Yes, all right, let's get those shakes. You just try to play one game at a time. It's really annoying to hear coaches say it, but it really is true. And I think people do it in the business world too. It's really just focusing on that day and what we have to get better at and what we can improve on, and staying together and learning, admitting it, owning it, learning, and then growing and going from there and getting back to work. And you do that with a win or a loss.
Doing those things and letting ourselves know that we can do those things when we really put our mind to it, it's a good boost.
Welcome to the Missouri Valley Conference Men's Basketball Game of the Week. Tonight, the Bradley Braves play host to the Southern Illinois Salukis.
Lay it on the line for each other. If you guys can vouch to do that the rest of the season, watch what happens. You guys understand that? Let's go. They're eager. I can tell right out of the get-go after the win. We got to come in with a little bit of a chip on our shoulder, and now we're hunting. You know, we're not being hunting, we're hunters. So we got to come in there with an aggressive attack mentality right from the jump.